we have here the integral of x squared e to the x dx. I see this product of two functions. I'm thinking integration by parts, and I'm going to try this for my u because x squared will go to 0 if I differentiate it enough times. And I'm going to call this my dv. One of my requirements for dv is it needs to be something that I could integrate because I need to get back to v, and I could integrate e to the x dx. So my u is x squared, which means du is going to be 2x dx. My dv is e to the x dx, so my v is going to be e to the x. So applying the integration by parts formula, this will equal uv, so that's going to be x squared e to the x minus the integral of v, that's e to the x, du. du is 2x dx. I'm going to put the 2x in front here, dx. Now looking at this, we didn't get this completely integrated. We still have an integral there, but we've actually got it one lower power of x, and we'll be able to apply integration by parts again, this time calling this u and this dv. Now it's also optional, we could pull the 2 out in front of the integral, but I just called that u, so that works as well. And so my du is going to be 2 dx, and my dv was e to the x dx, so that means v was e to the x. Now applying the formula, we still have this out in front, so we've got x squared e to the x. Then another common mistake is this applies to whatever we get when we use the integration by parts here, and so it's common to not get that distributed to each thing. So when I put that down here, I'm going to make a parenthesis so I make sure to include that to each piece. Now it's uv, so that's going to be 2x e to the x minus the integral of v, that was e to the x, du, which is 2 dx. So that way we make sure we get this to both pieces. So it looks like we have x squared e to the x minus 2x e to the x, and then this negative make positive, and we're going to integrate 2 e to the x dx, so that's going to be a positive 2. The integral of e to the x dx is just e to the x, and then plus a constant. Now it's fine to leave your answer like that. It's actually very common to factor out the e to the x that's in these first three terms, and then it would look like that. And either one of these is a perfectly fine way to leave your answer.